Welcome you all for the Ngurla online classes. We have started the chapter units and dimension. In that yesterday class we have completed regarding the measurements and errors, error and measurements. The remaining one part is thereof based on dimensions. So today we will discuss regarding dimensions. So what is the meaning of dimension or dimensional formula? Dimensional formula. So we know that physical quantities are two types. One is of fundamental and other is of derived. What is the meaning of dimensional formula? In this dimensional formula, we will express the fundamental physical quantity, we will express derived physical quantity in terms of fundamental physical quantity with a suitable powers. So generally we know fundamental physical quantities are fundamental physical quantities. How many are there in SI system? So we have 7 fundamental physical quantities are there. What is the meaning of fundamental physical quantities? Those quantities which does not depends upon any other are called as fundamental physical quantities. So mainly of mass, so second one is of length, and third one is of time. So generally we will express the mass in this dimensional formula with capital M. Mass is expressed with M. Okay, length will L, symbol for length is L, time is T. Like some more if I take, so temperature will take K, Kelvin temperature fundamental quantity will take the symbol as K. Okay, and if I take one more like this, so which one? Electric current, so we will take as A or I, ampere or I. So these are the symbols. Like similarly I can also write mole and also candela, CD. These are the symbol for fundamental physical quantities. So for example, if I take velocity is equal to, so displacement by time, displacement divided by time. Definition correct? So displacement related with length by time. Okay Nara? Then length L by time T. So then we can write velocity V is equal to, so m power 0, L power 1, T power minus 1. What I written now, this is called as dimensional formula. So m power 0, L power 1, T power minus 1 is the dimensional formula for which one? Velocity. Or we can also, this is the dimensional formula by writing the given physical quantity on the left side and putting an equation. So this equation is called as dimensional equation. Which equation? Dimensional equation. Now in this dimensional formula what we are writing? Expressing the derived physical quantity in terms of fundamental physical quantity with a suitable powers. So what are the powers are there? That powers are called as dimensions. What are that powers name? Dimensions. What is the dimension of mass in velocity dimensional formula? 0. Dimension of length is 1. Dimension of time is T power minus 1. What is the significance because of this dimensional formula? So what we come to know? We will come to know the given derived physical quantity. This is which quantity? Derived physical quantity. That derived physical quantity derived from which fundamental physical quantity? Which fundamental physical quantity? That we come to know. Velocity derived from, so length and time. By knowing this dimensional formula, so we can find out the units also easily. Now velocity dimensional formula m power 0, L power 1, T power minus 1. Therefore what is the SI unit of velocity given by? No mass component. Distance is given by meter, time second, meter by second. If I want to write CGS, distance CGS unit is centimeter, time is second. By using the dimensional formula, we can write a unit easily. First thing is, you should know, already you know this, but because long days back you have studied, that's why I recalled once. So what is the dimensional formula? Expressing the fundamental derived physical quantity in terms of fundamental physical quantity with a suitable power is called as dimensional formula. What is dimensional equation? So writing the dimensional formula on the right side of the equation and writing the physical quantity on the left side, what is the equation we will get? That is called as dimensional equation. The powers up to which the fundamental quantities has to be raised to obtain a given derived physical quantity is called as dimensions. Okay, this is regarding dimension, dimensional formula and dimensional equation. Okay, now you'll see one important principle here. That principle name is called as principle of homogeneity. What is that principle name? So principle of homogeneity. So what is this principle states? According to this principle of homogeneity, so for example I will take one equation, S is equal to ut plus of at square. So what is the dimensional formula of LHS? Dimensional formula of LHS is distance is equal to m power 0 L power 1 T power 0. Correct? Even you can also write the dimensional formula for fundamental also, not always compulsory derived. You can ask, sir, distance is the length fundamental dimensional formula m power 0 L power 1 T power 0. What is the dimensional formula of RHS? RHS dimensional formula, RHS having two terms are there. So ut, u is the velocity, velocity dimensional formula m power 0 L power 1 T power minus 1 into time dimensional formula T plus half is a constant, no dimensional formula, acceleration m power 0 L power 1 T power minus 2 into T square. So then what I will get? When bases are equal, powers can be added. So here I will get m power 0 L power 1 T power 0 only, y 0 minus 1 plus 1 plus here m power 0 L power 1 T power also 0. By adding these two, this is indicating unit, this is also indicating unit. So unit, for example, meter plus meter is there. So what I will get? Meter only. The final dimensional formula m power 0 L power 1 T power 0. So this is the dimensional formula, which one? RHS. Now dimensional formula, which one? Dimensional formula of LHS is exactly equal to dimensional formula, which one? RHS. So if this condition is valid, according to the principle of homogeneity, the given equation is, or which is the equation given? S is equal to ut plus of at square is dimensionally correct. Dimensionally correct equation. But it may be numerically correct or not, we don't know. Here we are using only dimensionally. So this equation dimensionally correct by using which principle? Principle of homogeneity. Are you getting Ara? What is principle of homogeneity? It tells us, according to this principle, the terms on the both sides of the equation will have a same dimensional formula, then that equation is dimensionally correct. If the terms on the both sides of the equation dimensional formula are not same, then that equation is dimensionally not correct. But remember, one equation dimensionally correct numerically may be wrong. One equation numerically may be correct, dimensionally may also wrong. Okay, Nara? Now according to this principle, that equation is dimensionally correct. Statement understood? So this principle is very, very important for us. This is for principle of homogeneity. After completion of the principle of homogeneity, so next we will see regarding applications of dimensional analysis. Maximum numericals are based on the dimensional formula or of this applications only. So what are the applications of applications of dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis applications, where we come to know this dimensional analysis use, that is applications of dimensional analysis. First application for the dimensional analysis, to convert one system of units, to convert one system of units to another system. This is very important in physics, to convert one system of units to another system. So to convert one system of units to another system, we will use the dimensional formula or dimensional analysis. So I will take one example. I want to calculate 1 Newton is equal to how many joules. Without dimensional analysis also, so I can convert. With using dimensional analysis also, so we can convert. So actually we know one pattern, n1 into u1 is equal to n2 into u2. Correct, Anna? N into u is constant. Number and unit will be always, product of number and unit is always constant. N1 into u1 is equal to n2 into u2. In this given question, so n1 value is 1 and n2 value Newton. So Newton is the, u1 value. U1 value Newton. Instead of Newton, so that is the Newton is the unit of force. What is force dimensional formula? F is equal to m power 1, L power 1, T power minus 1. Correct, Ara? 1 Newton is equal to not erg here. 1 Newton is equal to how many? This is we are writing for work done. Work done 1 joule is equal to how many erg? 1 Newton is equal to how many times? So u1 value here, in place of u1, what I will write? Dimensional formula of force. I will write it as m power 1. So L power 1, L1 power 1, T1 power minus 1. What is m1, L1, T1? Are the units of mass, length, time in which system? In SI system. Similarly, I will take n2 value we want to calculate. N2 value we want to calculate. What about U2? Unit is the unit of force in CGS system. I will write M2 power 1, L2 power 1 and T2 power minus 1. Then use this relation, N1 into U1 is equal to N2 into U2. Which value I want to calculate? N2 given by N1. So N1 into U1 by U2. Can I write a dimensional formula? N2 is equal to N1. N1 value 1 ra. U1 value M power 1, L1 power 1, T1 power minus 1 divided by here M2 power 1, L2 power 1 and T2 power minus 1. So then what I will get? N2. N2 value can be written as M1 by M2 whole power 1 into L1 by L2 whole power 1 into T1 by T2 whole power minus 1. So M1 is the unit of mass in SI system. N1 value, so kilogram by gram into L1 is the unit of force, length in which system? In SI system, that is given by meter. L2 is the unit of length in CGS system, that is centimeter. Second is the unit of time in SI system and also CGS system, whole power minus 1. Whole power is to minus 1. Second cancel. So kg divided by, so here what I will get? This is the value of N2. N2 value na. So 1 gram is equal to 10 power minus 3 kg. Meter, 1 centimeter is equal to, so 10 power minus 2 meters into this is 1 power minus 1. Correct, Ara? But here in dimensional formula of force, mass into acceleration, this is ml t power minus 2. So here also t power minus 2. Here also power minus 2. So t power minus 2, t power minus 2 and t power minus 2. Together, this is power minus 2, power minus 2. Then kg cancel, meter cancel. This is 10 power 5, 10 power 5, I got it. So N2 value is 10 power 5. So what does it mean? Therefore, 1 Newton is equal to how many dynes? 10 power 5 dynes. 1 Newton is equal to, so 10 power 5 dynes. Otherwise I will write, when you are writing a scientist name, so when you write the total, you should start with the small letter. So 10 power 5 dynes. Okay, Nara? This is the first application. Application clear? What is first application? To convert one system of units to another system. Sir, though already we know this, why you are taken one more example here also means, in numericals you will come to know, you needed to convert. So one system of units to another system of units. Due to that reason, I have taken this example. This is the first application. So after completion of the first application cleared now? What is the first application of dimensional analysis? To convert one system of units to another system. So we will use this dimensional analysis. After completion of this, second application. The second application is to check the correctness of the equation. To check correctness of the equation. Correctness of the equation. Given equation is correct or not or dimensionally, so you can check it. Correctness of the equation. Okay, Nara? So already we know principle of homogeneity. According to that principle, so if this given equation, dimensional formula on the both the sides of equation same, then that equation dimensionally correct. I will take the example that S is equal to ut, or otherwise I will take the example V is equal to U plus AT. This one you know numerically correct only. We have derived this. Graphical method or general method also. Now dimensionally correct or wrong, we can check it. Now dimensional formula of LHS. LHS nothing but velocity. Velocity dimensional formula m power 0 L power 1 t power minus 1. And what is the dimensional formula of RHS? RHS will have two terms are there. So what and what they are? One is U and other is AT. Dimensional formula of U m power 0 L power 1 t power minus 1 plus A dimensional formula m power 0 L power 1 t power minus 2 into t. Okay na? Then what I will get by adding m power 0 L power 1 t power minus 1 plus, when bases are equal, powers can be added na? What I will get? M power 0 L power 1 and t power minus 1. So by adding, but remember, whenever you add these both, you will not get to 2 times, you will get only same. So m power 0 L power 1 t power minus 1. Therefore dimensional formula, which one? Dimensional formula of LHS is exactly equal to dimensional formula of RHS. Then according to which principle? According to principle of homogeneity, given equation is dimensionally correct. Which equation? V is equal to U plus AT is dimensionally correct. Compulsory you need to know. Even in subjective part also, these are the very important applications. For what purpose? For subjective point of view, 3 marks important derivation. But now in objective also, you needed to check whether equation dimensionally correct or not. Okay? So this equation is dimensionally correct. Okay, Nara? Second application, okay na? To check the correctness of the equation. Okay? And one important drawback of this checking the correctness is, if any equation involving trigonometrical or logarithm or exponential function, for example, y is equal to a sin omega t or y is equal to e power x, or I will write in nucleus chapter you will come to know n is equal to n naught into e power minus lambda into t, this is involving trigonometrical function, and this is involving exponential function. Like those equations involving logarithm, trigonometrical and exponential function, they cannot be checked by using dimensional analysis. You cannot check them whether dimensionally correct or not by using which analysis? Dimensional analysis. So after completion of the second application, the third application is, this is very important application So what is this third application? Based on this third application only, so they used to ask many questions of this units and dimension. So what is that application is? Third one, to derive relation between the physical quantities concerned with the given physical phenomena. Concerned with the given physical phenomena. This is, what is this meaning is, so you can derive the relation between the physical quantity concerned with one physical phenomena. For example, so you know I want to derive expression for time period of a simple pendulum. So time period of a simple pendulum. I want to derive by using dimensional analysis. Mathematically, recently last chapter we have derived this. We know that formula also. So now we will derive the derivation by using this dimensional analysis. So what is this application is? To derive the relation between the physical quantities concerned with a physical phenomena. But to use this application, you should know compulsory time period value depends upon which physical parameters. So time period depends upon length, so can I write T proportional to L power A, and it depends upon acceleration due to gravity. If you don't know on what factors the dimensional form, the time period value depends, you cannot derive expression for time period. You know that, we should know that T depends upon L and G. Then only we will use this dimensional analysis to derive the relation. In order to derive the relation, so we should derive what is A value and what is B value. To remove the proportionality, can I introduce a constant K into L power A into G power B, where K is dimensionless constant, one constant which is dimensionless. Then writing the dimensional formula on both sides, m power 0, L power 0, T power 1 is equal to K no dimensions, no need to write. So L power A, G L into T power minus 1 whole power B. Okay, Nara? Now simplify this. What I will get? M power 0, L power 0, T power 1 is equal to, here L power A into L power B into T power minus B. So then what I will get? Which is L power A plus B into T power minus B is equal to M power 0, L power 0, T power 1. Now comparing the terms, when bases are equal, powers can be equated. Then A plus B is equal to 0 and B minus B is equal to 1, or B is equal to minus 1. A plus B is equal to 0, A is equal to minus B, then A is equal to plus 1. So you should obtain the values of A and B. After obtaining, substitute these values in equation 1. So tell me what I will get. T is equal to K into L power 1. So what is the values we got? 1 we got. a plus b t power b. Acceleration, here I did mistake. Acceleration dimensional formula t power minus 2. T power minus 2. So here what I will get? T power minus 2 into b. T power minus 2 into b. 2 into b, then b is equal to minus 1 by 2. When b is equal to minus 1 by 2, a is equal to plus 1 by 2. Substituting which values? A and b in equation 1. What is equation 1? So t is equal to k into L power a 1 by 2 g power minus 1 by 2. Then what I will get? T is equal to k into root over L by g. But so you need to obtain k value. So k value experimentally k value is 2 pi, then t is equal to 2 pi into root over L by g. But remember, so dimensionless constant values cannot be derived by using dimensional analysis. To obtain that dimensionless constant values, we need to go experimental method. Okay, Nara? So this is the third application by dimensional analysis. What is this application? To derive the relation between the physical quantities concerned with a physical phenomena. Are you getting, Nara? And this is regarding 3 applications. But here also one problem is there. We come to know one problem that, so what is that is, dimensionless constant values we should calculate, though we are using dimensional analysis. Dimensionless constant values are there, na? That values needed to derive, needed to obtain, so experimentally. Even in constants also, some constants are there which are dimensionless, some constants are there which are having also dimensions. Okay, Nara? And one more important drawback here is, if the, for example, x depends upon some L power a, so, or otherwise I will write what, I will take some p proportional to some x power a, y power b and z power c. To derive the relation between the physical quantity concerned with a physical phenomena, if the parameters are up to 3, so you can derive this. If the parameters are more than 3, that time we cannot use this method. Dimensional analysis method is not useful. If the parameters are more than 3, you cannot derive the relation between them. Up to 3, okay. If more than 3 parameters are there, then we cannot use this dimensional analysis. And one more important is, for example, s is equal to ut plus half into et square. This equation we can check it dimensionally correct. But in this equation, so on one side, right side, there are more than one term is there. Whenever on any side of the equation, if there are more than one term is there, you cannot derive this equation. That equation cannot be derived by using this dimensional analysis. So, along with the discussing applications, so we also discussing that what are the drawbacks. Drawbacks are which one? Dimensional analysis. Okay, Nara? So these are the applications. Now all together I will write what are the limitations or drawbacks. Drawbacks are which one? Dimensional analysis. Limitations or drawbacks of dimensional analysis. Okay, Nara? Limitations of dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis drawbacks. Already we discussed, na? So first drawback, we cannot obtain the value of dimensionless constant. Value of constants constants cannot be obtained by using dimensional analysis. Major drawback now. If any proportionality constant value came, you need to obtain that value experimentally only. The second one is, so equations involving which functions? Logarithm, comma, exponential, comma, trigonometrical functions, so cannot be derived and cannot be checked also. Cannot be both are. You cannot derive them and you cannot check them. So this is the major drawback. And third drawback is, so if the equation which you want to derive, if the parameters of the equation to be derived are more than 3 to be derived or more than 3, so that equations cannot be derived them. Okay, Nara? And fourth one is, so if there are more than one term on any side of equation cannot be derived. So these are the major drawbacks. First drawback, so value of constants cannot be obtained by dimensional analysis. Equations involving logarithm, trigonometrical, exponential functions, so cannot be derived, cannot be verified also. If there are more than 3 parameters in a given equation to be derived, so you cannot derive them. So if there are more than one term on any side of the equation, so that also cannot be derived. These are the major drawbacks of which one? Dimensional analysis. Okay, Nara? So after completion of drawbacks, last point of this class, even in errors also we need to discuss there. Generally, if accuracy is more, if precision is more, so we will get a more accurate value. Correct, Ara? So what is precision? Up to what limit the physical quantity can be measured. What is accuracy? So accuracy will tells you how close the measured value from the true value. Here we will come to know significant figures. Even so this question also important for numericals. Even in CET level they used to ask how many number of, they will give you one number, so they will ask how many significant figures are there. Even the significant figures you get it I think in chemistry also. So important, we will see the rules for the significant figures. Actually what is the meaning of significant figures? For example, I made one measurement, I got the value 4.52 in one trial, in the second trial 4.51, in the third trial some 4.53. I made 3 trials. In this, so there are some reliable digits are there, 4 and 5 every time getting. So these are called as certainable digits, digits which are certain. Certainty is there or uncertainty is there. Certainty means, so these are the reliable digits, every time you are getting same. But whereas here this is uncertain digit, here it is 2, here it is 1, here it is 3. So this is uncertain digits. Are you getting Ara? When precision is more, so you will get more reliable digits and more uncertain digits. So what is the number of significant figures will tells us the number of certainty digits, number of digits which are reliable, plus 1 or 2 digits which are uncertain. Now for example, if anyone asks how many significant digits are there in this, means all in 3 readings there are 3. Out of 3, how many reliable are there? 2. How many unreliable are? 1. So maximum you can take 2 unreliable digits. Reliable, how many let it be? That reliable digits plus 1 or 2 unreliable digits will give you total number of significant figures. So what are the rules for significant figures? Rules for significant digits. First rule, all non-zero digits. All non-zero digits. How many digits let it be? If they are non-zero, you take 7, 72, 725, 7255. Here significant digits are 2, here 3, and here how many? 4 are there. All non-zero digits are significant. First rule, okay now? The second rule is all zeros between non-zero digits are significant. Okay Nara? So you take for example 404. Though 0 is non-zero also there, how many significant digits are there? 3. All zeros between non-zero digits are significant. So this is the second rule. And the third rule is, so if the number is greater than 1, for example 70 is there, 700 is there, 7000 is there, zeros which are right side of the non-zero digits. For a number greater than 1, those zeros which are right side of non-zero digits are so not significant. Now here digits are 1, here also 1, here also 1. All zeros which are which side? Which are right side of non-zero digit for a number greater than 0. So the zeros are not significant. Last fourth rule is, if the number is less than 1, 0.0, so 1 is there, 0.001 is there, 0.0001 is there. Here number of significant digits are 1, here also 1, here also 1. Those zeros which are right side of the decimal and the left side of the non-zero digit and the left side of the non-zero digit are not significant. Are not significant. Okay Nara? Which are not significant? Those zeros which are right side of the decimal and left side of the first non-zero digit are not significant. So these are the major rules for significant digits to find. Okay Nara? And even we will get numericals based on this significant digits. Okay, so this is about concepts of the chapter units and measurements. The next class onwards, so we will start numericals of this chapter. Okay, thank you.